come in?
Yeah, please come.
Thank you, sir. Namaste, sir.
Namaste, Prateek. Please sit
Namaste.
down.
Thank you, sir.
Prateek, let's begin with your brief introduction to the panel.
Yes, sir. Sir, I am Prateek Yadav. I am 25 years old, born and brought up in Kanpur. I have done my graduation and post-graduation in IIT Kanpur from a mechanical engineering discipline. And I graduated in 2022. Thereafter, I have been preparing for the UPSC Civil Services examination. I am
You
a
did,
sincere,
huh,
committed, and hardworking individual, sir.
you're hardworking. All right.
Yes.
So, what attracts you to civil services?
Sir, the civil services provides that platform to integrate technology as a system. So I looked at the technology sector very closely while I was in IIT Kanpur. But I felt that to realize the true potential of technology, I would need to go into the policy ecosystem, both at the implementation level as well as at the policy formulation level. So that opportunity civil services provides a lot.
But Prateek, we see that lots of toppers are BA History, BA Humanities.
Yes, sir.
So, is knowledge about technology important for civil services? Or they need something else? What are the traits that they look for? Is it the higher the qualified, the better he is suited for civil services?
Sir, according to me, traits which a civil servant should have should include leadership. It should include knowledge of that domain in which he is working, and also the aptitude to integrate the whole thing and to look at anything in a big picture.
Good.
And sir, regarding the issue of humanities and other students coming, I do believe strongly, sir, that they are very much required in the ecosystem of civil services.
So you said Uttar Pradesh, but I see you more in Uttarakhand. You are from Uttarakhand.
Sir, from the past 2.5 years, I have been residing in Uttarakhand with my parents.
Okay. So since you are residing now and you must be more watchful about how things are in Uttarakhand, uh, I want to know that Uttarakhand has a ecologically fragile economy,
Yes, sir.
right? So is it necessary that Uttarakhand should also go the same way as Uttar Pradesh or any other state in economic development by industrialization and by going into all those traditional and conventional areas to boost their GDP? Or you think safety, security, and quality of life of the people of Uttarakhand is more important than the economy? Are you understanding my
Yes, sir.
question?
Sir, safety, security, and quality of life of the local population is very much the north star of any policy, and even any growing economy wants to fulfill. That is the ultimate goal. With respect to the model of development, I strongly believe that the model which Uttar Pradesh is following is not suited to Uttarakhand primarily because of its different geography, its different culture. So I believe that Uttarakhand needs to go in a big way in a sense of hill-centric and decentralized economy instead of large infrastructure projects or industrialization. So industrialization can be done in the plain areas of Uttarakhand, like in Udham Singh Nagar. There are many industries,
Okay.
but largely the state is a hill state. And if we have a decentralized tourism, horticulture-based economy, and small handicraft-based economy, that would be better.
Good. You had political science in your optional,
Yes, sir.
right? Now tell me, there are perceptions in some sections of political formations that India's federal character is in danger. I'll give you the instances where there was a lot of opposition. One is about the conduct of governors, then the UGC guidelines, one nation, one election. and poll-going states of the ruling party getting more funds in the budget. Now, do you think that we have kind of derailed from that federal character to some extent?
Sir, I do not think that we have derailed from the federal character, but the very federal structure of our polity is such that it changes itself. It is very much flexible according to the political system. Many scholars have pointed out to the way our federalism has evolved according to the political dynamics. And sir, regarding the specific instances, I do think that the institution of governor needs to be more autonomous in the sense that the central government should not interfere in the state government's legislative aspects or something like that through governor.
So, is it
Or
not the indication that the federal character is in jeopardy? Like you, first you denied that there is nothing like it. Now, by giving an example, you are saying that yes, central government should not meddle with the state government in their affairs. So, this is what probably I meant by the federal character getting a little. This is what is the definition of like that federalism should be retained.
so, sir, there have been some
There
instances,
have been some instances.
but largely I do not.
Largely, you don't agree with the. Thank you, Prateek.
Thank you, sir.
Uh, Prateek.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Prateek, you look quite different from the photograph given on the DAF.
Yes, sir. Sir, during those days, I used to keep my head bald to focus
You're
more
bald
on
here and
preparation.
you're so take care of the thing before going to the interview because the photo has to be similar
Okay.
in the interview. So I don't know whether you have to do balding again or not.
ये बड़ा problem है. It's a ticklish
So you have to
question.
bald your hair because it should look same. Anyway, Prateek, as far as the international relations are concerned, how do you see the relationship between the two countries, India and Taiwan, currently? What are the prospects of India and Taiwan?
Sir, India and Taiwan don't have official bilateral relations in the sense of two sovereign nations, but surely we have a lot of relations in the economic sense, in the technological sense. So I believe Taiwan has a lot of comparative advantage in technology, especially semiconductors. So in that manner, we have a lot to gain from collaborating with Taiwan. And also, we can use Taiwan as one of the foreign policy tool in case China does not feel strongly about a one India policy. For example, they always claim Arunachal Pradesh and the Ladakh area. So we have that card in our foreign policy also.
So, Prateek, hypothetically, if China agrees, okay, we also agree to one India policy. We capitulate on that. We agree that one India policy, that is one India, whatever is our map. Then what happens to our relations with Taiwan?
Sir, it should still be very good because of the advantages which Taiwan as an economy has. So I would still strongly believe to going ahead with good relationship with Taiwan as a territory.
Okay. Prateek, you are discussing about Uttarakhand.
Yes.
So, do you think the construction of dams and the hydroelectric projects in hills in Uttarakhand, should they be stopped?
Sir, they should not be stopped because they provide a lot of revenue to the state in terms of electricity export. But we need to transform the way we look at hydroelectricity. So micro hydel projects would be a better way forward instead of going for large hydroelectric projects like the Tihri Dam and all.
You are from IIT.
Yes, sir.
IIT.
Yes.
For river basin management, the government has roped in IITs. Can you tell me? Can you tell me what government and IITs are doing as far as the river basin management is concerned? I think if I am not wrong, more than 12 rivers basins have been, in collaboration with the IITs. The government has come up with a very big plan. Can you tell me, or you can tell me something about IIT Kanpur, which river IIT Kanpur is associated with and what they are doing?
Sir, I am not sure of the other IITs and I don't have knowledge about that, but I know that IIT Kanpur is working strongly with the UP government as well as the district management to clean the Ganga, which flows through the Kanpur.
Now, what
So
is the
it
task? What is the task of IIT Kanpur? There is a desk at IIT Kanpur for this Clean Ganga program.
Yes, sir.
So, what are the main basic mandate of IIT Kanpur in this regard for this Namami Gange project?
Sir, I am not sure of the basic mandate of IIT Kanpur Sea Ganga program.
And what are the components of Namami Gange?
Sir, Namami Gange talks about cleaning the river surface,
Yes.
establishing sewage treatment plants.
Yes.
It talks about building a tourism around the economy around Ganga as a river. So Earth Ganga is a concept
Yes.
in Namami Gange. Then it also talks about conserving the biodiversity of Ganga. So it has Gangetic dolphins and
Very
all.
good, very good. Ganga Gram.
Yes, sir. Ganga Grams are there to ensure sustainable agriculture in the villages surrounding Ganga, so that the runoff pollution does not hamper the Ganga ecosystem. Yes, sir.
Pratik, you done something on saffron stigma separator.
Yes, sir.
Now, the saffron from where in a flower, what is the portion where we get the saffron? That saffron flower, we get the saffron from which part?
So that is the stigma.
That is the stigma.
Yes, sir.
Now you have done some mechanical work here, or what you have done here?
Sir, it is a robot which we as a team of 10 built. And it automates the separation of stigma from the saffron flower.
From the flower.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, in this regard, generally it is a hand-picked type of thing,
Yes, sir.
in Jammu and Kashmir. So, many people are employed with this.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Yes, sir.
Many people. Now, suppose your technology is used by those people,
Yes,
so many people will become unemployed. They will become unemployed. Like in Vaishno Devi. In Vaishno Devi, they were having some ropeway program or something like that.
Yes, sir.
So many people agitated कि साहब, if you do this ropeway, so our mules and ponies, we all go unemployed. Similarly, here also, thousands of the people will go unemployed if the government tries to go with your project, with the machines what you have made. How do you respond to my question then?
Sir, there is always a challenge whenever we apply some new technology. There is always a challenge of unemployment. So for that, we need to gradually introduce the technology, and in the meantime, skill the workforce which is involved in the application, which would be
hand picking.
yes.
They are doing hand picking.
In the case of saffron, it is hand picking, sir. So we can skill them because this machine also. So, for example, the prototype which we built, it requires 8 people to do the machine work.
Okay.
So if we can skill them to do this machine work, they can upskill themselves also, and also it can lead to good quality employment. And in that sense, sir, maybe since saffron has a specific season, so after that they are unemployed. Basically, it is seasonal unemployment which happened. So if they are introduced to technology, then they can move towards other technologies in the season where saffron is not being cultivated.
Yeah, good, very good. Thank you, Pratik. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Prateek, director's gold medal holder,
Yes, sir.
10 pointer in MTech, 9.9 pointer in BTech. So, and still you are looking for civil services rather than some opportunity outside. So, you think there is something wrong with our IITs? We produce such brilliant people who don't want to remain in the world of technology? You are gold medalist, means I'm sure companies would be after you.
Sir, I would humbly like to disagree with this proposition that IITs do not produce people who are willing to do technology. Largely, our batch is in the startup and corporate sector, which is related to technology. And even as a civil servant, I believe that technology has now a huge role to play in the development of the country forward. And there are several debates now going on that the next big differentiator in the whole world would be technology. So, if in the government system we don't have people who understand technology very closely, then India may suffer in that sense. So, sir, even I would like to quote my director here. So, the director of IIT Kanpur, when he was there, he used to say that we want few people in civil services who know technology very well, because whatever policies they make, at least if they know technology very well, we would be able to implement and realize the technological
Good,
potential.
good, good, good. Uh, Second point in your dev I want to discuss is this comparison of Indian and Chinese deep sea technologies.
Yes, sir.
So, don't you think deep sea technologies we are also going to disrupt our environmental system?
Yes, sir,
So,
there have been concerns.
is it desirable to disturb deep seas?
Sir, as of the present technology and the environmental studies that are being conducted, it is not desirable at the present moment, because the studies do report that there will be few issues with respect to the marine ecosystem, especially the pristine deep sea ecosystem. However, we are building on technologies which would be less invasive and more sustainable in a manner. So maybe in the future, long term, maybe 20, 30 years down the line, we may be able to develop some really non-invasive and sustainable technologies.
So, who has got it, India or Chinese?
Sir,
Because you have already done a comparison.
yes, sir.
So, who has got the sustainable technology for deep sea mining?
Sir, currently none of the countries have any technology which would be sustainable in the true sense. So, but largely we have countries like Japan which are going for deep sea mining in EEZ. Currently, China is not going for deep sea mining in its EEZ, but it has a company which is collaborating with the Papua New Guinea, and there they are moving for
So,
deep sea mining.
Prateek, 5 things that you have learned from technology. Tell me. And pick up those things that will make you a good civil servant also.
Sir, one is the aptitude to think of a problem and then solve it in steps. So technology, like the saffron stigma technology, we thought of a problem to solve the labor issue and then we proceeded in steps. Then technology also provides the aptitude of integrating systems. So any technology has to have several subsystems and then they have to be integrated to realize the technology potential as a whole. So that would be second. And sir, third would be when we work in technology, it leads to a type of scientific temper which develops in our personality. So that helps a lot in looking at things more objectively, and then looking things more objectively would be other aspect. And sir, then technology also is very much related to the economy today, because economy of today, which is the fourth industrial revolution, is very much technology driven. So my endeavor with technology allowed me to realize to get some kind of experience in the economy also.
All right, Prateek, one last question I want to ask you. Since you have also stayed in Uttarakhand,
Yes, sir.
and Uttarakhand has implemented uniform civil code.
Yes, sir.
But what about legal challenges? What is your opinion that will it stand scrutiny of law? And if Yes, why? If no, why?
Sir, largely the parts of the clauses of Uniform Civil Code as has been passed by Uttarakhand, they would stand the scrutiny of law. But there have been some concerns with respect to the clauses related to live-in relationship, especially the clauses which talk about parental consent at 21 years of age. So there may be some legal challenges with respect to right to equality. So the marriage, a girl's marriageable age is 18, but if she has to be in live-in relationship, then even at the age of 21, she would have to have parental consent. So that is one issue. And sir, then there is also one legal concern with respect to that UCC of Uttarakhand does not provide the scope for same-sex relationship. So Supreme Court has said that same-sex marriage is the domain of legislature. So that is fine. But Supreme Court has also said that right to live with a partner of choice is also a fundamental right under Article 21. So same sex, even though it is not legalized as marriage, but it allows, the Supreme Court verdict allows for same sex relationship, but that is not within the scope of UCC. So that may be another legal concern here, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So, Prateek, you are from Uttar Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
So, on the same discussion of UCC, so what about your thoughts on implementing in Uttar Pradesh?
The UCC, sir. Sir, the UCC is a constitutional commitment under Article 44 and it should be implemented even in Uttar Pradesh. But it has to have a long drawn consultative process in Uttar Pradesh because of the demography of the state.
Prateek, there was a stampede in Kumbh
Yes, sir.
recently. So, if you were the DM, so how would you have avoided that?
Sir, the stampede which happened in Kumbh, Mahakumbh, that was a failure on multiple levels. Firstly, the administration could not predict that this much amount of population or people would come at a specific point of time. So, greater prediction through probably through data from the surrounding districts as to how they are entering into the district, that would be one thing. And then, sir, the barricading, there were several reports which talked about the barricading getting falling down by, they were fallen down by the people. So, more strong barricades or more better mapping of the barricades would be another thing which I would look at. Then thirdly, sir, there has been a report from 1954 which talks about if you have to let the if you have to manage a large crowd, then you should always allow movement of the people. But here there were reports that a few of the roads were blocked. So I would not go for such a proposition where I would block the roads. I may allow the open the roads and let the traffic to move, even though it may lead to delay for the public. So that would be another thing.
Prateek, we generally talk about the $1 trillion target of Uttar Pradesh economy.
Yes, sir.
So, when do you think it will be able to achieve it?
Sir, I think it would be able to achieve it by 2035, 2036.
20. So, the target was, I think, 2027.
Yes, sir.
So,
It
why
was,
so much delay?
sir, because we could not implement the policies as we had thought. And also, UP is a state within the larger country, and larger country is going through an economic slowdown as of now. And thirdly, sir, the pandemic also was a black swan event which led to such delays.
So, is it very practical to keep such high targets?
Sir, we should keep such targets because it aligns the whole administrative structure towards a single goal, and automatically it leads to more coordinated policy responses. So having an ambitious target is always a good thing, and we should have it, sir.
Now, Prateek, coming to the budget, which
Yes,
was
sir.
announced recently.
Yes, sir.
So, can you analyze it critically?
Okay, sir. So, Sir, the first thing would be the taxation relaxation which has been done around till rupees 12 lakh people, 12 lakh income, they have been uh, exempted from the tax or there has been rebate. So that is a good step because it would drive the economy. Largely our economy is consumption driven, so it would drive it in that manner. Sir, but we also need to incentivize consumption in productive goods rather than in unproductive goods. So that would be another thing which budget could have looked at. And sir, then there is also the proposition of a fund for urban development. That was a very necessary step, I feel, and it was very much required at this moment. So I agree with that also. And sir, regarding the economic survey, it talked about deregulation, but lot of that was out of the budget's mandate. So I may not like to critically analyze on that aspect.
My last question, Prateek, is from your hobby of reading non-fiction books. So, which is your favorite one and what was it about?
Sir, the favorite one of the recent past was Chip War by Chris Miller. So it talks about the going semiconductor competition across the world. So that led to a great insight in my personality.
So, how did it impacted your personality?
Sir, it allowed me to think and contemplate that really we are in a world which is so fundamentally impacted by technology that if we lose this race, then we may very much be we may very much go towards colonization once again, and that would be a technological colonization. So that was a great learning I got from reading this.
So, thank you, Prateek. I pass on to chairman.
Thanks
Prateek,
a lot.
anything in your DAF which the panel may not have covered? I can ask you one last question.
Sir, you can cover with respect to robotics anything.
Robotics. Okay. So, how robotics can bring revolution in surgeries in India?
Sir, robotics can bring a revolution in surgeries in a big way. The first would be there have been a few technologies like nanobots. So they allow to treat the cancer cells which are there in our system in our body. So that would be one way. If nanobots are built commercially, they would help us fight against cancer.
That's one.
And then, sir, there are also technologies like haptics, which is a cyber physical system. So, for example, in rural areas, we don't have such infrastructure where we could do surgery. So, maybe we can build some, we can install some robotic capacities in the district headquarters, district hospitals, which would allow, let's say, we have a good doctor, good surgeon in Lucknow. He can use haptics to do surgery in the districts of UP. So we can do that way also.
Right. So, thank you, Prateek. We are now closing our interview. We
Thanks
will
a
call
lot.
you again after a few minutes for the feedback.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you can wait in the next room.
Thank you, sir.
Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
So, Prateek, how did you perform today?
It was fine,
It was fine.
but I could have performed better in conversation. I could not convey a few of my thoughts.
Like, let us, if you can recall some examples.
Like
Basically, for the idea of improving you further.
sir, in that budget question, I was getting stuck a lot. So maybe the interviewer may not be very much engaged with my conversation. That would be.
Okay. What else?
Sir,
That's okay. Don't strain your nerves. So, Prateek, you are a very promising candidate and you have done very well. Today, you have impressed the panel.
thank you, sir.
You have impressed the panel with your good communication ability, with your good knowledge in most of the questions, and uh, good content also.
Yes, sir.
Few things which the panel has observed, which I think you may keep in mind.
Yes, sir.
Firstly, there is an obsession of technology on you. So when you go for those 30-minute interview, don't don't uh, don't be carried away with your basic qualifications, and don't bring in your conversation and your reply everything to technology, because आप टेक्नोलॉजी को पूरा मतलब इतना ग्लोरीफाई किया है कि हर चीज़ में टेक्नोलॉजी. You started with civil services, and I prompted you also in between कि भी ये ह्यूमैनिटीज़ और हिस्ट्री वो भी टॉपर आते हैं. एंड द फैक्ट इज दैट क्वालिफिकेशन सिविल सर्विसेज में BSc कुछ भी आ सकते हो.
Yes, sir.
डेंटल वाला वो भी आ सकता है, दांत देखने वाला है.
Yes.
तो टेक्नोलॉजी को आपने जो सबसे आगे इम्पोर्टेंस दे के सिविल सर्विस से जोड़ा, उसकी ज़रूरत नहीं है.
Okay, sir.
तो ये केवल पहले आंसर में ही नहीं, बल्कि और भी क्वेश्चंस में भी you are bringing a technology ability. See, people are more focused.
Hmm.
When you sit there, you should have people and the country's development to be brought in everywhere. जो आप टेक्नोलॉजी को ला रहे हो ना, उसकी जगह आप पीपल्स वेलफेयर को लाओ.
Yes.
अब जबरदस्ती मत लाना, लेकिन आप टेक्नोलॉजी भी है तो पीपल के वेलफेयर के लिए,
Hmm.
नॉट टेक्नोलॉजी फॉर द सेक ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी.
Yes.
है ना, बिकॉज आप IIT से आ रहे हो, MTech भी आपने कर लिया, तो वो इट इज़ वेरी नेचुरल कि आप बिल्कुल उससे घिरे हुए हो टेक्नोलॉजी से. तो आपने जो लास्ट में जो चीज़ें बताई रिगार्डिंग व्हाट आई आस्क्ड यू अबाउट दी सर्जरी वाला, उसको भी सिंपल टर्म्स में नहीं बता पाए आप. आप बहुत ज़्यादा उसको बहुत टेक्नोलॉजिकल जार्गन्स में पड़ गए. You should just touch upon certain things where सर्जरीज में किस तरह की सर्जरीज में क्या वो रोल प्ले कर सकता है. इट विल हेल्प द डॉक्टर टू फर्दर, मतलब वो जिस लेवल तक वो सर्जन नहीं पहुंच सकता मैनुअली, वो रोबोटिक्स कर देता है. सो देयर शुड बी मोर ऑफ एप्लीकेशन पार्ट. आपने वो हैप्टिक्स का भी समझाया करा, लेकिन वो बहुत लंबा हो गया. इट वाज
sir.
at the end of it, the panel was not very informed कि भाई समझ गया, हम समझ गए क्या कहना चाह रहे हो. सो दैट इज अनदर, क्योंकि टेक्नोलॉजी का आप बीच में ले आए. थर्डली, जो आपने जो एक शुरू में फेडरल कैरेक्टर पे मैंने आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछा, सो प्रतीक, देयर कैन बी some other questions, some other issue.
Yes, sir.
Don't start with a stand.
Okay. Yes.
And did you realize that you faltered at some stage?
Yes, sir.
That will go totally against you. आप एक क्वेश्चन का आंसर नहीं दे पाते, उसमें शायद इतना ऑब्जेक्शन नहीं लेंगी पैनल, जितना आप अगर गलत स्टैंड लेके और फिर बाद में करते हो हाँ साहब ये बात सही है. वो तो बिल्कुल ही गलत है. तो आपको बहुत कॉशियस रहना है ओपिनियन रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस में. उसका आगे तक देखना है कि कोई सेकंड क्वेश्चन सप्लीमेंट्री आएगा, अगर ये पूछ लेते तो क्या जवाब मैं दूंगा. तो हर एक व्यूज़ में आपको ये, व्हेन इज योर इंटरव्यू?
The 6th March.
मार्च है, टाइम है. तो आपको क्या है ना, कोई आंसर आपने इसका मैं आंसर ये दूंगा, बट इस आंसर पे अगर उन्होंने ये पूछ लिया तो मैं क्या जवाब दूंगा? अरे फिर तो मुझे शुरू में ही थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखना चाहिए. सो इन वन गो यू शुड टेक अ स्टैंड कि सर, एज सच there has not been any major this thing. It may be the perception of few people, but that perception, whenever there is a perception among people, there may be some reason. So what I see that, why this particular thing, governor's role, is certainly, has become a little controversial, and people have started perceiving that there is an extra intervention. So to that extent, sir, we can say that if it is affecting the federal character, so that of course has been because even Supreme Court has sounded the governors.
Yes, sir.
है ना, अभी कितनी झाड़ लगाई है.
Yes, sir.
तो आप समझ रहे हो ना मेरी बात.
Yes, sir.
तो एकदम से आपने कह दिया नहीं साहब बिल्कुल आप गलत हो, मैं सही हूँ. सवाल गलत और सही का नहीं है, सवाल ये है कि उस इशू पे स्टैंड आपका क्या होना चाहिए। तो गवर्नमेंट का स्टैंड अपनी जगह, पब्लिक परसेप्शन क्या है उसको भी फ्लैग करना होगा, ठीक है ना।
Yes, sir.
दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड, लेट्स हियर अदर। एंड एक आपका थोड़ा आपका हैंड मूवमेंट बहुत हो रहा था समझाने में, तो थोड़ा इनफॉर्मेलिटी, बाय डिफॉल्ट यू शुड बी फॉर्मल, है ना। वंस इन अ वाइल अगर पैनल इनफॉर्मल होता है तो आप भी हल्के से स्माइल या अच्छे से उनके साथ जुड़ सकते हो, बट एज सच एक्सप्लेन करते हुए जैसे वो एग्जीक्यूटिव स्टाइल या डिबेटिंग स्टाइल नहीं हो सकता वो, यू विल सी द वीडियो,
Yes, sir.
डोंट यूज योर हैंड्स।
Yeah. So, Pratik, overall, you are a very, very good candidate. Good candidate. Energy, good, smiling, everything is very good. You have answered also very good. Regarding this IITs, you're from IIT. So, these IITs, there is a consortium of IIT that has been formed. 7 IITs, read about that. 7 IITs, a consortium has been formed to be led by IIT Kanpur, your IIT. About these two issues, Aviral Ganga and Nirmal Ganga. How to ensure Aviral Ganga, continuous flow and a purity of water sort of thing. So, what are the actions being taken under this Ganga, for this Ganga river Ganga basin? And similarly, there are 12 other rivers, the Kaveri and Narmada, and so many rivers are there. And so many IITs have been roped in, IIT in South, IIT Madras, all these IITs have been also roped in for different type of consortiums. So read about this, because this is one of the area where you may be asked questions. Overall, you have done very well. What I'll just request you to please go through the current affairs daily. Okay. India-Taiwan, your answer was very good. But caveats are there, two caveats. One is China and one is India itself, because our relations are different, and so we have agreed to one China policy. And you were very right that we insist on one India policy. You were right. And then you can calibrate your answer that if one India policy is agreed to by China, then in a calibrated way you answer our relations with Taiwan. Then don't say ki, we should go for it or we should not go for it. Don't go in a black and white. Okay, because if we agree to one China, then Taiwan becomes a part of China, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is the issue. That is the main issue basically.
Yes, sir.
Once we say one China and once we say no, we'll do everything like an independent country. So a little bit calibration will be required. Okay, so that is important. A little bit niceties and nuances are required there. So read about this.
Sir, what could have been the expected answer?
Expected answer would have been, ki, sir, as far if China agrees to one India policy, as because we have already agreed to one China policy.
Yes.
In principle, we have not repeated one China policy since 2007 or 8.
Yes.
We are desisting that.
Yes.
But in case they agree to one China India policy, then definitely it is incumbent upon us to have a one China policy.
Yes, sir.
In that case, the current situation, we are not having diplomatic relations with Taiwan,
Yes.
but at the representative level, we can continue our relations as a representative level, not a country level. Representatively, we can have our trade.
Yes.
Like China may treat it as a part, we may treat it as a small independent identity. So we should treat it as a represent, like we treating right now. Okay, you got my point?
Yes.
We are not treating it as a country, but we are going towards that direction. We stop that direction and it continue treating it as a representative. We have councils actually. Taipei councils are there in India, 2 or 3. One in Delhi, one in Bombay. I think, I don't know, the 2 or 3 are. So through that, culture and trade is being promoted between these two.
Yes.
Okay. So don't be very black and white about it.
Yes.
You understood my point?
Yes.
Okay. All the best.
Thank you.
So, Prateek, good personality, good communication, good content. Only one or two points I would like to say. deep sea technologies. You should have referred to India's Matsya 6000 mission, Samudrayan.
Yes, sir.
Samudrayan declare हुआ था as
Yes.
deep sea technology mission. So you could have referred, in this discussion. Then impact on environment. Great Barrier Reef had damaged a great deal, but thereafter, with some steps, now it is reviving. So we don't want the biggest symbol of this thing, destruction of sea, Great Barrier Reef to go bad again. So just look into those and give a balanced reply on technologies, India's mission, and how best we can save our deep sea mining from environmental degradation. All right. Rest all, I liked your all other replies, so no point, no other comment. You are good, as rightly observed by chairman.
Yes.
Emphasis on technology in every aspect is not desirable.
Yes.
Human-centric approach is what is required. So your reply why technology will help in civil service is okay, but just add one more word, technology for people. किसके लिए है टेक्नोलॉजी?
Yes.
जब आपने टेक्नोलॉजी की लर्निंग मुझे बतलाई तो टेक्नोलॉजी की लर्निंग तो ह्यूमन बीइंग के लिए थी ना.
Yes.
एवरीथिंग वाज फॉर यू,
Yes, sir. Yes.
फॉर ए बेटर यू. So that is what should come out.
Thank you, sir.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
प्रतीक, आई थिंक गुड पर्सनालिटी, गुड कम्युनिकेशन. ऑलरेडी आपको थोड़े से सजेशंस दे दिए गए हैं. अदरवाइज यू हैव द पोटेंशियल टू स्कोर वेरी हाई. सो बस ये उस दिन ये पिंक तो नहीं पहन के जाएंगे.
No.
हाँ, ब्लू में रहेंगे. ठीक है. सो आई एम श्योर यू विल डू वेल.
Any questions, Prateek, from your side?
Sir, I think in the last question where you gave me a chance to
Yes.
say, I could have said some other thing instead
Like?
of robotics, like maybe Unnao or PSI or something, political science.
So you yeah, you can mention that.
Because
But that would have opened a very larger area for you. Political science, any question, you should be ready for that. IR also. You could have said any question on international relations.
But maybe that led to a greater feeling that he is very much technologically oriented, even in that way.
Maybe yes. We always suggest in such questions, in such opportunities, you should pick up a thing which is related directly to the civil service. No, not that robotics is not part of it, but it is just one. At times, there are people who say, like you, sir, ask me about reflective writing. Ask me about badminton. What has badminton to do with your job of civil service? Is it not? Same thing as you're mentioning.
Yes.
Pick up a topic which, sir, I had done a project on rural development when I was an intern or I was in IIT Kanpur. Right? We did something for irrigation, we did something for this. Something which is directly, one gets impressed, ki, okay, he's into that. Shows your passion.
Sir, and in that federalism question, uh, if I had not taken the stand, would it have been felt that he is beating around the bush or he is not
No,
coming?
why should you beat around the bush? You beat around the bush only when you are indecisive and you are scared of taking a stand. Had I been you, and I've been in your place,
Yes.
I would have answered like this. Sir, as such, there is no such derailment or any such, dent on the federal character of the Constitution or India. We are following the federal character for the last 75 years. However, recently there have been some perceptions which you have also mentioned, like the governor's role has given that idea, has perception that the central government is, intervening in certain matters of legislature. Probably that is one area which needs, and even Supreme Court has had to intervene. हो गया? कहाँ beating around the bush हुआ? नहीं हुआ ना? ऐसा बनाओ. Even one nation, one election, many opposition parties have raised the issue of fatal character being derailed or eroded. और उससे बिल्कुल नकर मत जाओ कि नहीं ये तो है ही नहीं, क्योंकि आप एज सिविल सर्वेंट एक पक्ष नहीं से नहीं कर सकते. यू हैव टू लिसन टू एवरीवन. पॉलिसीज आर मेड बेस्ड ऑन ऑल फैक्टर्स. वो पर्सनैलिटी दिखेगी आपकी. ठीक है. सो प्रतीक, यू हैव डन वेरी वेल. वी आर गिविंग यू 67% टुडे. और एक वो नमस्ते तुमने आते ही किया था ना, उसको भी अवॉइड करो. गुड मॉर्निंग से काम चल जाएगा. बेस्ट है. डू व्हाट द रोमन्स डू. ठीक है. All the best to you.
And sir, should I have looked at all the members?
Not necessary. Your attention will get distracted.
Yes, sir.
It has less risk than advantage. Okay. All the best. You will do very well, Prateek, and you have very strong chances of getting in.